be fine. I made it and sent it to him.
You need more cigarettes. You need to smoke more so you can even it out.
All right, dope. All right. So, listen, I just want you guys to understand what's going on. So whenever it happens to you, you guys aren't shocked about it or whatever. Number one, with the mask mandate, if you guys are wearing a mask, okay, you can be stopped for no reason. You can be frisked, and then if you have a large bulge on your person, you can be searched. That's it. That's where it's at.
With that being said, it's you're gonna be searched for what that bulge is, basically guns, drugs. All right, nothing else.
But obviously,
no.
See, my boy Future got searched and they took his dongle and everything. Look,
well, and that's what I was gonna say. When you're dealing, it's again, the problem is it's all about who you guys are dealing with when it comes to officers. Me personally, and I know Den's on the same wavelength, I don't see a bandana as the same thing as a mask. Whenever I see the masks, I'm thinking like fucking pumpkins, like it. No disrespect towards the Mandem, but if I see a Mandem walking around wearing a mask on, they're not repping any colors when it comes to that shit. I'll ask them to take it off. But when it comes to a Southside gang wearing bandanas representing colors, I personally think there's a difference, and I'm gonna be saying this in the meeting later and pleading it. But you guys need to understand that I'm probably gonna get shot down on this by my higher ups, which is what they're gonna do, and they're going to basically say that no matter what you're doing, you could just be chilling on your turf. If Pred comes down here and wants to fucking detain you because you have a mask on, he can fucking do that.
Well, he'll get fucking shot. Because I'm telling you right now, somebody comes down to my block and we all chilling. We wearing fucking, you know, our drip. And we all got bandanas on. And they're like, yo, we searching all of you. Is they going to get fucked up? Period.
I agree. And I know this. That's why I'm here. Because as you guys know, listen, I am not your friend. I am not your ally. My job is to try and make sure officers get shot less by motherfuckers representing the gangs that you guys represent. When it comes to gang wars, I hope y'all kill each other, right? As long as y'all aren't, you guys have heard me say, as long as y'all aren't shooting cops, I don't give a fuck what you do. That's all I'm here for. It's all Den has put me in charge of, is making sure that when it comes to understanding each other, I understand y'all understand me. We aren't friends, but we're acquaintances and we have an understanding of shit, okay? And I understand this. I get that. That's why I'm going to tell these officers and I'm going to explain to them that this is where you guys stand, because I get it. I don't think you guys are wearing, you know, when you guys are wearing masks, it's bigger than that. It's your set, it's your territory. You're representing something bigger than yourself. I get that. I understand. I am letting you guys know, because whenever it's me or it's Den or it's, you know, someone who understands this, it's going to be different. But you have to understand there are Preds, there are Wranglers, there are people who will take that legislation or that law, put it in a blender, grab what they want out of it, and they will use it. That's how it's always been. Why HUT charges were changes. That's why all this shit was changed, because of those reasons. Understand?
A Pred and HUT
With
friends.
that being said, also, I want you to make sure you understand, right? You could down here, people can still do it, just like Peak said. Like, they could still stop and frisk you. Yes, you know, there'd probably be some very bad repercussions for doing it down here. But if you guys are north of the Olympic, you know how I praise that. I literally, you know, preach that all the time. You're north of the Olympic and you disrupting Bethany's nice little nap time with your mat. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're gonna get stopped and frisked up there. But down here, I'm gonna be very reluctant to do it, because y'all down here, this is not my neighborhood.
It's just your guys' area.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's with the mask.
Southside's becoming Southside, bro.
Questions when it comes to the mask stuff so far? One of the big questions is do I have to be committing a crime? No. You could be in the area of 20 minutes ago a crime was committed. You could be walking your dog and it's chilly outside. You don't want to have to wear chapstick, so you put a mask on. Motherfuckers can stop you. Oh, god damn it.
Gotcha. I got a question. Isn't it just NVL if someone comes down to the south side and says, I'm patting people down for having masks if they outnumber you?
You talking about as a cop, or you talking about
sadly, crims don't report the officers who do this shit, so they get away with fucking murder, unlike the other side who will send them to the Bahamas every third day.
What the fuck is this over here?
Listen, if we're gonna say it, I'll just fucking say it. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know me.
Amen. Ooh, listen, boys, I don't want to yell. I want to go back.
Yeah.
Listen, all right.
Let's keep this productive, Pete. Come on.
The next thing, when it comes to the barriers, okay?
Well, I just got said, bro.
If it's an active situation and two
Active
barriers
shootout.
are
Active shootout. Please, yeah,
nope.
Active.
That's
yeah,
not
nope.
correct. It should be an active
No,
shootout. Mandem, go
verbatim.
ahead. Mandem, go ahead. Tell him what happened earlier, please.
Oh no, I already dealt with that. That's been dealt with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is, the key word is active shootout.
For us, it would be an active shootout. We all know how this is gonna go down. It happened with the ARs. It's gonna happen this side. So I'm gonna say it how it should be interpreted, and what's actually gonna happen. It should be an active shootout. Those barriers are gonna be laid down. Doesn't matter if you're involved. It doesn't matter if it's a different gang. It doesn't matter if the cops know that it's Purple getting, shot up by officers and a Vagos rolls in. Doesn't matter if the cops know it's BSK in a gunfight and the ballers roll in. Does not matter. If you go through those barriers, you get shot. And when you go to court and say, I wasn't part of it, you will lose. Period. If those barriers are down, it is over. Now, what's actually going to probably happen is officers are going to find any way, shape, or form to put these barriers down, even if it's not an active gunfight, which has already happened. And you guys are going to try and drive past them. You're going to get shot. It's just what's going to happen.
Motherfuckers going to set up like those barriers on a, let's say, a boost where you have to fucking shoot.
They should be fired.
So when it comes to shooting locals, no. But when it comes to shooting, if you guys shoot, I don't care if it's in the fucking.
You're on your block. Yeah, good luck boring everyone here, John.
It is your home.
I think every gang is there.
And you shot an officer over there.
Good luck, mate.
Set those barriers up, and if you got to go home to feed your dog, and you go past that barrier, you're getting fucking shot. There's no, this is my house. There's no, this is where I live. I got to go to church. None of that. If y'all shoot an officer and those barriers are set, everything else, they don't gotta say shit. They don't gotta tell you nothing. They don't gotta reason with you. You're just gonna get fucking murdered. Yeah. Period.
Right. That's one side. But you always remember as well, it's like good for us because like motherfuckers know if they're gonna cross that barrier, they're gonna get shot. So if I'm not there panicking, thinking, oh my god, who's this guy? Is he with them? Like, if he's in that barrier, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he's free game, so it works both sides, right?
Well, no. So that's where that's okay. So that's where you don't understand. It's not going to be officers are only going to operate in those barriers. That's going to be what we call a triage point. There's still going to be officers patrolling the outside of that barrier. There's still going to be officers 3-4 blocks down on roofs. They're still going to, Air One's not going to stay in that barrier. That is just as some criminals have told me, the kill zone for officers to shoot you no matter what. They can still 2 blocks away have you under jurisdiction to stop you or to pursue you because they think you're part of it. You don't have to go in that fucking area. Like, that's just the area of, if you go in there, you get shot. Does that make sense?
What's going on? Legislation, bro.
What prompted this?
What if they put a barrier down and they don't say what side you're supposed to be on?
Well, they don't have to say what side, right?
Or what if they change it? Okay, you can be on this side now, but now you shouldn't be on the other side.
Well,
do they give you a time limit to get onto the other side?
Exactly. That's the issue, right? that right there is why we're having this conversation and why I'm telling you guys what I'm telling you, so you can understand and expect this kind of
jokes, bro.
Things to happen, and you're not fucking sitting there shocked. OTT, to answer your question, honestly, it's because number one, in gunfights against certain officers or whatever, a lot of criminals would switch vehicles, they would switch outfits, they would come down in, they would have the jump. What the fuck was that? Anyways, they would have the jump on officers by switching cars and switching clothing. Now they set up basically a counter for that. The officers did, or the PD. We set up a counter to where if you come in that area, even if you changed, even if you don't look the same, even if you are, we're looking for a man, you're a woman, you're getting shot, period. Doesn't matter. Your clothes don't matter, who you represent don't matter, you're just getting shot. That's, in my opinion, why the change happened.
I think this is just going to create more shootouts between cops and criminals, from to be honest.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, same with the new strikes. Because if I have 20 strikes on my car, I'd rather shoot the cops and get my car back and let my car get impounded, you know?
Wow.
Hey,
Do you value money over cops' lives,
Amen,
Patar?
dog.
Is that what you're saying right now?
I sure as shit. I sure as
100%,
shit,
dog,
dude.
absolutely.
I don't give a fuck about a cop's life.
I
They don't
do.
give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck
and
up.
and again, this is why we're having the conversation. When it comes to the strike stuff, you guys know me. I don't, listen, man, that's above my pay grade. I think it's one of those things where, all of us, or majority of people, North Side, are rich as fuck. Maybe some of you guys are too. So they're making it a lot harder to be able to just throw around money and all that good jazz. But if you're not rich as fuck, you just get fucked. Period. It is what it is. And yeah, I mean, hey, I don't know about that shit. That's above me.
It is what it is.
But yeah, so when it comes to the barriers, like I said, that's just a triage point. They can still fucking shoot you outside of that barrier too, bro. That's not like a fucking inside this barrier is where war happens. Outside the barrier, you're safe. No.
I already know, man. I'm gonna be vexed about this, but I don't really care.
Barriers, you're getting shot.
It's not that deep as long as it's only an active few hours. As long as it's only active few hours, it's not that
Is
deep.
there any questions for either of what we've already said?
And then, hey, say so you're a civilian and you walk in the barrier and not realizing
You get shot.
and you get shot. Can you sue them or what? What's going on with that?
No. With the way
you
the
just-
legislation is written and the way that the government has implemented it, the gods of the government implemented it. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. You've never committed a crime. You can be an old woman carrying a baby, an infant, walking into that area, legally blind and deaf, Helen Keller status. Walk in that bitch, and they will kill you and a child and be completely protected by the law.
I'm sorry to butt in. I don't know if Peak already went over this, but there's been some rumblings, and I've talked to a couple sergeants, and these barriers should only be being put down if it's a violent or an active shooting scene at the triage. So if it's just like a regular call, a regular crime, they shouldn't be putting these barriers down. It should only be for active shootouts to persuade you guys not to just run on the scene and do some dumb shit. You guys, I don't know if you guys already went over that.
Yeah, we did. And if that does happen, all you guys have my number. Like I said before, you all can give me a call, explain the situation. If I can do something, I will. Because again, it's one of those things where, I always preach the same thing. I try and make sure everything happens consistently. And that's my goal down here, is for everyone to be on the same understanding, because the last thing I need is another fucking Southside unite against the cops and a bunch of cops dying over some shit just because a couple idiots fucks up. God damn it, that smelled like eggs. I ain't giving it to you. Anyone else needs it,
What's
I'll
your
give
phone
it to 'em.
number? Hey, can
Fuck
somebody give me his phone number?
I don't have it either.
Hey, dog.
But yeah, that's that. If y'all don't have any other questions, that's basically it, man. I just wanted to make sure you guys understand.
23.
Ah,
4.
Dex, I'll pull you off to the side. I don't want all these guys to have to listen to it again.
Dog. I think they're serious, yo.
I mean, I understand what you're saying and explaining it to everybody here, but you're like one of the few that actually, understands it. Everybody else, they gonna do their own thing.
Well,
So-
and that's
Get me
why,
out the
and that's
south
why,
side, bruv.
whenever I
What is
explain
this?
this shit, I explain it the way that I do because it's the reality of what's going to happen. Listen, man, the reality is this: there will never be a consistent PD. It's never going to happen. The way that all the departments are split off and cut through, and this, that, and the other, it's never going to happen where all the PD is on the same page, because higher ups are going to let their officers get away with shit, and other higher ups aren't. I can only go on behalf of what my PD is going to do or Den's PD is going to do. I can't tell you what the Rangers or anyone else is going to do, right? With that being said...
I think everyone here knows me and knows I'm not going to do no stupid shit like that.
Yeah, but with that being said, all I can do is if something does happen, like you said, that is like fucked up, and it's obviously fucked up, I try and hold officers accountable. Because at the end of the day, if they fuck up
right, bro,
and
at the
I
end of
get
the day.
shot over it, I'm gonna be pissed. Know what I mean? Like I said before, I'm not friends with any of y'all. To be honest, I don't give a fuck about anyone here. My job is to make sure my officers don't get shot. If y'all want to go to war with each other, if y'all want to kill each other, if y'all want to turn this bitch into a warfare down in the south side, I don't care. Y'all can live your life. Y'all, in my opinion, this is your territory. But I respect you and the colors that you guys represent enough to have these conversations with you like a fucking human being, so you all understand what the officers are doing, so whenever it happens, no one's shocked. And in my opinion, that's the biggest problem in the South Side or with gang and PD for the last years, was that there is never any conversations had when shit has changed. It's literally just fuck around, find out. And that's why we're here talking.
Agreed.
So again, if you guys need me, you have my number. If you don't have my number, ask somebody here and they'll give it to you other than that motherfucker in front of me.
Can I have his number?
And I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, dog.
I believe he said his name was Pete.
Yeah.
Still doing
Where future at?
Yeah, we in the south side at the moment.
Any gangs here that want a contact
right now
for the we've got emails now. If anyone wants emails for CECs, for meetings and shit.